All right. Okay. Let this be the final day. The final day. Let this be it. Come on now. We've been doing this for the past, what, 2 days? Well, streaming for 2 days. Me grinding offline was like, I don't even know. You are indeed the first, Corey. Welcome. Welcome to hopefully the final stream of FNAF Help Wanted. Help Wanted World Refreshed. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking. How is your day going? Shoot, man. I cannot deal with any more of this game. Let this be the final day. I'm depressed. I'm not depressed, but I am indeed tired of this game, of course. Like, I'm having fun playing it, but oh my gosh. What I had to go through last night to just get myself ready for this stream was beyond exhausting. I was crashing out. I was yelling. I was angry. And hopefully I'm going to get my revenge today. I'm glad your day is going good. I'm glad your day is going good. You need therapy, bud? No, I'm doing good. I just need to get this game done. There is only one enemy standing in my way of being free. You might already know who that enemy is. You might already know who that enemy is, chat. It's oh my gosh. It's just, you still need to get Scott. Actually, before I even finish off this intro, I got everybody last night. I got every single character last night. And let me tell you something, that wasn't fun. It wasn't easy. Okay, wait. Okay, I think Jacko Chica, Jacko Bonnie, and who else? It was someone else. No, it was and this thing. This thing was like super easy to get. Is that your enemy? No. Scott isn't my enemy. It's someone else. Is that enemy yourself? No. I'm about to show you in a minute. What the heck? Hold up. Alright. Okay. I kid you not. I want to get this done. And this stream will not end until I beat that. Thank you. Thank you. That annoying freaking enemy. This stream won't end until I do so. That's a promise. That is a mother flipping promise. That's crazy. Do make sure Fredbear #1 on your team. Right. Hold on. Oh yeah, and I also got all of these. I got every single one of them. And I also got all of the all the chips. But first, repel battles. Party. Set. I wonder. There. I wonder if this is gonna work if I do it like this. Universe and. Once you beat the game, you gotta do the William Afton dance on stream and click it. What's the William Afton dance? I got the universe ending. Might be the easiest ending to get. Sets. Scott's. Crying Child. Purple guy. This dude. Boom, boom. This guy. And that's something else, never mind. Okay. Chips. Okay, let's get this done. Fourth wall. After this day. So that's her. Keep going, chat. Oh, it worked! Yo, come on. All of y'all level up. Come on. Got some work to be done. Ooh, come on. Come on. Let's go, chat. Like I said before, this stream won't end until I beat my enemy. Absolute fastballs, yes sir, let's go. Gonna get this done. We got 3 people here in the stream. If y'all don't start talking, I know one of you is talking, that's Corey, but the other 2, I'm not gonna bite. No need to be shy. We're a family around here. Chat, I'm just gonna say this. I don't care how long this takes. We are going to beat this boss in this stream. And depending on how long it'll take, I will react to one of the Bones 5 videos. We can do this. Come on now. This thing has been causing me trouble for so long. We are going to do this. There you are. Oh, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you so much. For all the time that you have been rage baiting me, insulting me, doing so much bullcrap, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy killing you. I'm really going to enjoy it so much. I'm going to enjoy this. Okay, so since this boss is gonna be a bit difficult, I feel like I should only use I should only use 4th wall. Yeah, just stick with using 4th wall. Mass Slasher! Come on, Chad, we got this. Just keep it going. We can do this, Chad. Just believe. Soon I'll be free from this demon. Slasher. That didn't work. That's fine. Just keep it going. 4th wall for Scott. Let's go. Slasher. Let's go. That didn't work. Who cares? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. 4th wall. Keep going. Slasher. 4th wall. I didn't really click that, but it's okay. 4th wall. Come on, chat. Slasher. 4th wall. Fix a balloon. 4th wall. Slasher.
1 minute left, you stupid idiot.
Come on. We can do this, chat. We can do it. 4th wall. Mass Slasher. Come on. We can do it. 4th wall. Come on. Let's go! Let's go! I hate you! I hate you so much! Yes! Let's go, chat! First attempt on this stream! We got it, chat. Let's go, chat. We did it. Let's go. I hate you, you stupid waste of air. Golly. I hate you, Rainbow. I hate you so much. What you had me go through to get Scott and somebody else, I hate you. I hate you.
The show will begin momentarily.
Oh.
Everyone, please stay in your seats.
What? Oh. Yeah, that dude dead. I'm just gonna take whatever that thing is and I'm gonna be on my way. We did it! Oh my gosh, let me tell y'all something. This game had me crashing out a bit. I didn't even need my backup team. It was the main cast. My main team. Shout out to Kenny the Train Artist. We got another Kenny in here. Let's go. Shout out to everybody in this thing, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh my gosh. All of y'all in chat, just freaking spam W in the chat. Come on now. And shout out to the main man himself, Mr. Scott Cawthon. Let's go. Wait, what? Thank you for playing. This was just the part 1 demo. Your support means so much to us, and we truly appreciate you taking the time to play part 2. We'll be bring even more content, characters, and challenges. So stay tuned for the adventure ahead. I already know y'all want to see me play this when it comes out. Oh my gosh, we freaking did it. Let's go. Excuse me. Yeah, I had a feeling because Funtime Freddy wasn't in this game. Let's go. I got it. Yes. So what else is there now? What else is there? Well, I got a purple key and I got a wrench, whatever this is for. Chat, we did it. We did it, man. We did it. Let me just kill this thing just to feel better. Yeah. Yeah. What if it's already out? Don't say that. Do not say that. It better not be out. No. It better not be out. You're lying to me. No. Wait. No. 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 This has to be the same game. It has to be. This has to be the same game. They couldn't have added anything new. It has to be the same game. It gotta be. Yeah. It's the same game. Yeah, it can't. Yeah. It gotta be the same game. Yeah, this has to be the same game. They did not make it. They. Please, no. Come on. Don't. Come on, no. Corey. Nah, you know what? Better yet, Corey. Since you're the one over here saying that they made that it's already out, you're gonna have to send it to me. Send it to me on Discord, and I'll play it if it's actually out. But that's it, Chad. We for real beat the game. There's nothing left. Well, besides that one thing. Hold up. But let me see. Was it in this area? Hold on. Was it in this area? Oh, okay, yeah. It ain't, and thank goodness that it's not out. Was it in here? I think that might have been in here. I don't think it was. Yeah, it wasn't. What was it? Yeah, I don't think there's a gate in here. Yeah, there isn't. I don't think there is. Was it in here? Yeah, I'm looking everywhere to make sure that, you know, there's actually nothing else that I'm missing. Because I got the wrench. I got the purple key, wherever that goes to. Such a silly fella. Let's go, Chad. We did it. We actually did it. Nope. Just trying to make sure. Cause I remember seeing this one enemy. What's in here? There he is. I don't think I even have to fight this thing. Let's see how long it can last. Slasher. Yeah, nah. Nah. And you jump scared. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Nah. He is one-shotting everybody. There is no beating this thing. Flasher! Hurry up! Do our best, chat. Keep on doing what you do. There is no way I'm beating this boss. I just want to let y'all know that. But is that the freaking Five Nights at Freddy's beatbox sound? I think it was that. Oh no. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, chat. I didn't realize how low his health was. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on, chat. With my secondary team! Okay, I'll look into I'll look into Discord. Fair deal with it. But it was never fair. It was supposed to be me. Yeah, whatever. My wife was lush. Yeah, whatever. I honestly just do not care. Yeah, the first time I fought you, I couldn't even get you to half health. Now I just freaking swept the floor with. I just swept the floor with you with my secondary team. Secondary. The end. Let's go. Alright, hold on. I'm about to look. What you sent me? No. The highly anticipated Part 2 content dropped for FNAF Pro Refresh version 1.5 was made available for early access to the community via their official Discord server. You weren't wrong. You were not wrong at all. I'll do that next. I'll do that. I'll see how the game is, and then if I think there'll be a good video, I mean a good stream, then I'll do it. Bruh. Okay. We literally. So what's down here? Oh. A new boss awaits, huh? Let's get this started. Let's go. Couple guys to revenge, huh? Who is it? Oh my. Oh my. Nah. Yeah. This boss, he's one-shotting everybody. Yep. Yep, there's no beating this boss right here. No! You killed my main healer. Wait. No! Wait. Get everybody up. Get up. All of you, up. Come on. Neon wall. Happy Town. Buzzsaw. Come on. Buzzsaw. Beam Barrage. No! Come on. Happy Jam. Give me that jam on. Bust off. Bring him off. There's no point of trying to constantly heal because that thing will just kill it instantly. Oh no. Oh no. Dear Shrimp. Fourth wall. Knee on the wall. Fourth wall. Happy jam. Bust off. Oh no. Happy jam. That's fine. Bust off. Come on, heal. 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 You got it though. You got it. You got it. Do the chef. Beam barrage. Beam barrage. Happy jam. Fourth wall. Do the chef. First try. First try. Wow, the performance serve. So Freddy Bear. That Fred Bear has no chance. My game just crashed. And my camera buggy. Bro, my game just crashed. Wait. My game crashed. What? I got all but one ending. I think that's it. Where did this thing belong to? I got no idea. But I think that is a good way to end off the game because I just did it. On my first try too. Hold on. Nah, hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Yeah, it's just the same thing. It's literally just the same thing. Let me just double check. Yeah. This is the exact same game. FNAF World Refresh 1.6, FNAF World Refresh 1.6. 0.1, yeah. Yeah, that's literally the same thing. Well, dang, chat. We did that pretty quickly. I honestly didn't think I would complete that game, beat that game that fast. Well, since I beat the game that quick, might as well just... You got universe and you beat the game and crash ending. Yep, that's pretty much it. Let me see the poll. Oh my gosh, chat. Y'all for real want to see me do the FNAF lock? Nah. So just chat stream. No, I got something else planned. You need me, chat, entertained. I mean, yeah, you can. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can keep the chat entertained. But here's my main question: y'all for real want to see me do the FNAF lock? Oh my gosh! You know what? if I'm gonna do that, we gonna have to react to the person who made the dang thing. Oh my gosh. Bruh, are you serious? The Bone 5 was the one who created the thing. And then we got SSJ Josiah who did it. Like another time. And then we got this other dude who also did it. Hunter Speedruns. Yeah. We're going to react to this. We are going to react to this. Because if y'all want me to do the freaking FNAF lock, I gotta know what I'm getting myself into. Because I know what it is. I know what it is. Because I know what the FNAF lock is. I just need to know what I'm getting myself into. By the way, did you vote on my poll? Yeah, I did. I said live stream. So here it is. Oh, hold up. Here it is. The FNAF Lock Challenge. All max modes 1 through 6 in a row, deathless. Y'all for real want me to do this. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to react to this video. It's an hour long. So grab yourself some. You know, better yet, we're going to take a quick little intermission. Grab yourself something to eat. Because it's going to be a long video. That's what I'm going to do. And Chiggy, just in case you're watching, I better not hear you call me a fatty. But let me tell you something. Eating chicken nuggets, that ain't a bad thing. Alright, chicken nuggets are good. And if you think they're not, then I don't know what to tell you. Because I'm going to eat it on stream. And to any vegetarians, to any vegetarians that are watching me, I'm sorry. I mean, I could have just made me a bowl of fries, but I ain't going to do it with what I'm going to be eating. Oh, shoot. Wait a minute. I know I forgot something. We just got to keep it going. Let's just keep. And also, just in case y'all are wondering, this part of the stream will be turned to a video. Let's go. All right. All right. Let's go.
A Nuzlocke is a challenge that was originally created for the Pokemon games. Every time that a Pokemon were to faint in battle, that Pokemon would be considered permanently dead for the entire run. When I thought about doing a Nuzlocke for this
oh shoot, wait a minute. I gotta move my face cam because my face cam is blocking the way. Alright, whatever. There we go. Alright.
Channel, one thing stuck out to me: the idea of permanently dying across a long run. I had done this for other games in the past, but I had never attempted a Nuzlocke for the FNAF games. Well, today is that day. No! Hello everybody and welcome back to the Bones 5 YouTube channel on YouTube. Now, you might be thinking that a Nuzlocke would consist of beating all of the main games in a row. Or maybe a FNAF World Nuzlocke. But no, I really bit off...
Y'all better not ask me to do a FNAF World Nuzlocke, and let me tell you what the answer will be. No!
more than I could chew this time. I promised this would be the hardest
FNAF
challenge that I had ever done on this channel, and without a doubt, this is. In this video, we're going to beat every single max mode from FNAF 1 to 6 in a row without dying.
Sucker.
Every single max mode.
Let me tell you something. I will be lucky to get past the second game without dying. I can definitely get past the first game without dying. That's easy. But the second... Nah.
From FNAF 1 to 6 in a row without dying. This challenge demands absolute perfection and mastery of every game all in a row. Everybody, welcome to the FNAF Max Mode Gauntlet, better known as the FNAF Lock Challenge.
Oh my god! This is clean!
Let's go over the rules for this challenge.
We
must complete the max modes of the first 6 FNAF games in a row without dying.
Okay.
We can do these in any order, but if we make it through 5 of the 6 games and die on the last one, we must go the whole way back to the first game.
If that would happen, I'm breaking my entire setup. I promise you I am. So if we get to choose what FNAF game we can do, I'm definitely gonna be doing FNAF 1 for last. And then like, so if I were doing it, I would have done it FNAF 2, City Location, Pizzeria Sim, FNAF 3, FNAF 4, then FNAF 1. And I heard my food stop. That would be the order that I'll be doing it. But since I'm not doing it, well, as of right now, because the poll is still active, I don't have to worry about it. I'm honestly terrified. I really am. Because I said that I'm going to attempt the Nuzlocke. I never said anything about me trying to beat it. Nuh-uh. That is far beyond my skill level. Far beyond my skill level. And yeah, I said it in the last stream. Josiah, like me and Josiah were talking a couple of days back, and then he thinks that I can do it. I don't.
The max modes are 420 in FNAF 1, 1020 in FNAF 2, Aggressive Nightmare in FNAF 3, 420 in FNAF 4, 1020 in Sister Location, and just Saturday in FNAF 6, because there really isn't a max mode for that.
Bro, when I first did Saturday on my laptop, it was when I was in high school. When I did this on my laptop, I literally had to look up a guide and write down what they were doing just for me to figure out how to beat that night.
Game. There are also some banned strategies that I would like to address.
Banned tech. I do not know what that means. Foxy kill -3. Don't know what that means. Don't know what Foxy kill means. A little bit. Mark. I do not know what that means.
First, the FGP glitch is banned. This involves pulling up the cameras for a short duration of time to trick Springtrap's jumpscare timer and cheese Aggressive Nightmare. The -3 glitch in FNAF 2 is also banned. This involves tricking the game into thinking that you're viewing 2 cameras at once, which completely stalls the 3 withered animatronics that would normally cause blackouts.
Bro, that would be
the Foxy glitch and manually lowering the FPS in FNAF 1 is also banned. And finally, using a macro for lolbit in Sister Location is also banned. With the rules out of the way, the first question to answer is what order should we play these max modes in? We're going to be attempting this challenge many times. So logically, we're going to want to always place the modes that we fail more often on earlier in the run. I'll go into detail for the strategies that we use for each game as we get to them throughout the challenge, but for now, I'll just give a brief rationale as for why I'm placing them in this order. For our first game in the run, I chose FNAF 3's Aggressive Nightmare. Out of all of these max modes, a perfect player would lose the most on FNAF 3. Because we've banned FGP, it's extremely difficult to get consistent wins on Aggressive Nightmare. Springtrap can just choose to not listen to our audio lures, enter vents on a reboot, or just straight up be way too fast for us to catch. Other times, he can literally just be straight up unfair. So yeah, this one's going first.
But we're gonna eat dinner. Alright. What happened? I missed it. Oh!
Okay.
Nah, if that would happen to me, I'm quitting the game. Nah, I'm quitting the game.
Dude.
Hey, what is he doing?
What do I even say to that?
Hey.
Bro, what? For the second game in the
Yeah,
run,
see, if
I
that
chose
happened to me, I'm
FNAF
quitting.
6. Honestly, this game is considered to be much easier than the games that follow it, but I just personally struggle with FNAF 6. Out of all of the mainline games, this is the one that I never truly mastered, so it's better to get it done
I'll
earlier
have to
than
always
later.
look up a guide
For
on how
the
to
third
do
game
it.
in the run, I chose Sister Locations 1020 or Golden Freddy very hard. Now, some of you who have beaten 1020 may wonder why it's this early in the order. Sure, skill-wise, it's pretty difficult.
I haven't beaten. I got Sister Location, and I've unlocked the custom night because I beat Enter, but I still haven't been able to beat 1020. I could barely break 2 a.m. Maybe because I'm so used to playing Super Custom Night that the original Custom Night is just so it's just like difficult. Maybe because like I don't know.
But it's known to be very consistent once you have it mastered. And I would
It is,
agree,
Endo.
usually I have around a 75% win rate on this mode. However, this is only when I'm warmed up. Because we're constantly switching from game to game in this challenge, we want each game to take as little adjustment as possible. And Sister Locations controls happen to be the most different out of all of these games. For one, our cursor is now a custom cursor that scrolls the screen in a different way and moves at different speeds than the normal cursor. We're also forced to use a keyboard for the doors, cameras, and lolbit, making for a very different experience compared to the rest of the games. So it's better that we do this mode earlier on. I believe that I have mastered FNAF 2 more than any other game in the series. I've beaten FNAF 2's 1020 up to 4 times in a row on certain occasions, and I see it as one of the easier modes for this challenge, so I'm placing it on the later half of the order. After FNAF 2, we have FNAF 4's 420. I'll explain in detail what makes this so much easier than the rest of the games, but just know for now that our only real threat in this game is Nightmare. And even then, we also have a special strategy for him. Then, last in the order, we have FNAF 1. FNAF 1's 420 is by far the easiest and most consistent max mode out of all of these, so I'll be doing it last in the run. Now, here's how I'm going
Okay. I was literally doing the exact same thing that he's doing in FNAF 1. Can somebody explain to me why Foxy still killed me when I was doing it pretty much? Okay, I couldn't have been doing it perfectly because Foxy still killed me, but it doesn't make sense.
Be structuring this video. Instead of the usual nights 1 through 7, I'll be recounting my experience in the days that it took me to complete this challenge. And whenever we reach a new furthest game in the order, I'll explain the strategy that I'm using for that max mode. With the rules in the order out of the way, let's get into day 1.
Personal best.
Because FNAF 3
Gosh darn it! Oh yeah, since there's ads, there's gonna be a lot.
we attempt in this challenge, I have had a lot of attempts at this game, and I can confidently say that this aggressive nightmare strategy is the best possible strategy you can use without FGP manipulation. The first thing to understand about this strategy is exactly when to use the audio lure. Now, let me ask you a question. When do you consider a run to be over in FNAF 3? You could say it's when you die, but 99% of the time, when Springtrap runs past the window, the run is dead. This means that luring Springtrap anywhere else except away from the window is entirely pointless. So, we know that the only time we're ever going to use the audio lure is once Springtrap gets past Cam 2. But Springtrap has another way of making the run completely dead, entering an unsealed vent. We're going to need to track exactly where Springtrap is throughout the entire night, and always have whatever vent is closest to him sealed. You cannot rely on sealing vents based on reaction. Sometimes, with mildly bad RNG, Springtrap can make it through the vent even if you started sealing the vent the moment he entered. This is where the majority of FNAF 3's challenge and RNG comes into play. We now have to know exactly where Springtrap is for the entire night. Leaving even a 3-second window open gives him enough time to enter a vent and instantly end the run. Luckily, we have some tools at our disposal. Our first trick is using guesswork. You see, we only really care about a few select cameras. Every camera that doesn't have a vent directly connected to it is completely irrelevant and can be grouped with the nearest vent camera. So let's redraw our camera map a bit. Cams 10 and 9 both have vents directly connected to them, so they stay as they are. Cam 8 has no vents connected to it, and is a connection point between Cam 9, 7, and 5, which all have vents connected to them. You can group Cam 8 in with any of these cameras, but I chose to group it in with Cam 7. For our purposes, Cam 6 is functionally the exact same as Cam 7, so we group it in with Cam 7. Cam 5 is functionally the exact same as Cams 3 and 4, aside from one minor difference we'll talk about later. So we group these cameras with Cam 5, and Cam 2 has a vent connected to it, so that remains. Now, with our new map, we only care if Springtrap is in any of these cameras or camera groups, and we want to seal their respective vents once he enters. I'll now be referring to Cams 8, 7, and 6 as the Cam 7 group, and Cams 5, 4, and 3 as the Cam 5 group. With our new map, I can now talk about the second part of our strategy, sound cues. This danger sound will play whenever Springtrap enters the Cam 5 group, and it'll play distinctly louder when he enters Cam 2. So we can immediately recognize if Springtrap is in the Cam 5 group or Cam 2 based on sound alone. Springtrap won't emit any recognizable sound cues from the Cam 7 group or Cams 9 and 10, but we can use guesswork to deduce where he is. Frequently check Cams 9 and 10 and seal their respective vents if he's there. If Springtrap isn't in Cams 9 or 10 and there's no danger sound playing, then he must be in the Cam 7 group, and therefore the Cam 7 vent should be sealed. Essentially, to tell where Springtrap is, you only ever need to check cameras 9 and 10. Everywhere else can be determined by deductive reasoning or sound cues. However, Phantom Freddy will also emit the exact same danger sound as the Cam 5 group, so if Phantom Freddy is present, begin checking Cam 5 in addition to Cams 9 and 10. With this strategy, you'll not only know where Springtrap is, but you'll also never be attacked by Phantom Mangle, Chica, or Puppet, as they're all part of camera groups, meaning you never actually have to look at their cameras. Now that we know how to find Springtrap, the rest of the night is simply reliant on getting good enough RNG to survive.
That's exactly why I think this game is terrible. RNG.
Whenever Springtrap enters a sealed vent, reboot any systems that may need rebooted. You get 2 audio lures before it requires a reboot, and rebooting for 1 audio lure while Springtrap is in a sealed vent is more than worth it. If your camera system goes out, don't bother rebooting if Springtrap is in the Cam 5 group or in Cam 2. As we already discussed, you can use sound cues to know
RNG
exactly where he is
like the one type of game that I don't like.
Reboot here is far too risky. Instead, wait until Springtrap enters a sealed vent and you're full on audio lures, or
because if I die, I couldn't have done nothing about it. I just gotta get like more lucky.
Springtrap leaves the Cam 5 group and moves into the Cam 7 group. Then seal the Cam 7 vent and reboot the cameras, as you'll need them to determine if Springtrap is in the Cam 7 group or Cams 9 and 10.
That would work, yes. That's the strat that I use
for when Springtrap is in the Cam 5
when I
group.
When I beat the game regularly. This is the FNAF vent.
He'll come out in front of the glass and can still be lured to Cam 2, making this the only vent where if Springtrap gets through, he isn't already past the glass. So I recommend keeping the Cam 2 vent sealed once Springtrap enters the Cam 5 group, then repeatedly canceling the animation of sealing the Cam 5 vent. That way, if you see static in the Cam 5 vent camera, just don't cancel the animation and you'll be able to seal the vent on Springtrap. But if he happens to move past the Cam 5 group and into Cam 2, you won't need to waste any time sealing that vent. If Springtrap manages to get past the glass, flip up the maintenance panel every 10 seconds. This messes with Springtrap's movement pathing a bit and will keep him stalled a little longer than normal. Usually, if you make it to 5 AM, you should survive. Also, note that Springtrap won't enter any events until 1 AM, so the first minute of the night is just maintenance panel simulator until Springtrap gets past Cam 2. This strategy allowed me to get 3 aggressive nightmare wins in a row, which I have posted on the second channel. However, even with this perfect strategy, Springtrap's RNG is still really brutal. I'm convinced I have the worst luck in FNAF games out of anyone ever, because given a single chance to not listen to the audio lure, which is a 1 in 7 by the way, Springtrap will sit his fat ass right down in front of the glass and not move a muscle. Unfortunately, even with this perfect strat, we still took a shitload of deaths on FNAF 3, that's why it's so early in this order. I'd say on average, about 30% of runs on day 1 made it out of FNAF 3, but even if they made it through FNAF 3, they were sure to end in the next game.
Oh my god! Hey, people gotta get paid
Remember
somehow.
in my FNAF 6 guide video when I said FNAF 6 was my favorite game? How inexplicably stupid I was. Playing this game for this challenge sucks. See, I've heard some people say that FNAF 6's max modes are the easiest out of all of the FNAF games, even
What a
easier
lie.
than 420 in FNAF 1.
Okay,
You know
that's a
what I
straight
have
up
to say to
lie.
that? Bullshit. FNAF 6 might not require much mechanical skill, but to hear the vent sounds behind you with the fan and
In which case, RNG makes the game easier. Well, not for me, for some reason. Of course, it depends if you do the strat right. If you make not a single mistake, it will work.
advertising tasks on is much harder than people give it credit
Maybe.
for. In FNAF 6, there are 3 different types of tasks that we need to complete. These are supply, advertisement, and maintenance. We're going to always go for the advertisements first. Reason being, they're the longest, but they also play this loud ass printer sound that we can't avoid. In case you haven't played FNAF 6 in a while, the way that we defend against animatronics in this game is by listening for really quiet vent sounds, then turning to whatever side the sound came from to fend off any animatronics. But because we have this loud ass printer noise that we have to deal with, it's much harder to hear any threats.
By the way, Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria Simulator is the second easiest FNAF game. The problem is that this YouTuber doesn't know the strat for. I mean, maybe. I mean, just.
Again with you. So we're always going to try and get the advertising tasks out of the way first. Once the first task is done, we'll start the cycle that will repeat for the rest of the night. You see, in addition to the animatronics, there's also a temperature mechanic that we have to worry about. It doesn't matter where this temperature is, so long as it doesn't go above 120 degrees.
Dang.
This results in an instant blackout and a failure of the night. However, I've found the best way to both keep track of the animatronics and keep the office cool is through this cycle. Before starting the first task, turn on the silent ventilation. You always want to make sure that whenever a task is in progress, you always have silent ventilation active. The motion detector and audio lure tools will both stop when the terminal is shut off, but silent ventilation remains active. While the task is in progress, choose a side to turn to and hold that side. If you hear any sounds from behind you, immediately turn to the opposite
only
side
done it
and hold
once.
that side. Once the task is done, indicated by a quiet clicking sound, turn both the terminal and fan off without turning away from the side that you're holding. Once you see that both the terminal and fan have fully powered off, indicated by the fully gray icon showing up in the bottom left corner, turn to whatever side you last heard vent sounds on. Remember that the audio of these vent sounds pans in different directions. If you're facing the vent where the sound came from, it'll play in both ears. If the sound is in the vent behind you, it'll play in the opposite ear of where you're facing. Once you've turned to a vent, wait and hold in that position for at least 4 seconds. You see, when both the fan and terminal are off, the flashlight is secretly buffed. Normally, your flashlight can only fend off animatronics in the vents directly next to your office. But with both the terminal and fan off, the flashlight's range will extend to the vent and the room next to the vent. In addition, when an animatronic is cleared from the vents or the room, it will send them all the way back to the upper corners of the map. The reason that we hold for 4 seconds is because animatronics will only be cleared from the vents on 4-second intervals. Once you've determined that there are no animatronics left in the vents, turn both the terminal and fan back on. Then, quickly flash the motion detector to read the positions of the animatronics. As long as no one's right next to you, switch to silent ventilation and start the next task. Once you've started a task, turn off the fan in order to hear better, and then turn to whatever side you hear noise from. If you don't hear noises throughout the entirety of the task, feel free to bang out another one. Though, if you're facing a vent and you hear sounds from 2 vents at once, turn everything off and pray that you don't die. At this point, only RNG can save you. Repeating this cycle will usually result in you completing the night in 5 to 7 minutes. but I can't guarantee that you'll win every time. Like FNAF 3, in FNAF 6 you can sometimes play perfectly, but just straight up lose. No! Dude, that was a 1 in 10. That was a 1 in 10, bro.
Alright, y'all. Hold up. Give me a minute. Wait a minute. My turn! My dog's over here whimpering. She need to go outside. So I'm gonna take her out real quick. Y'all just keep being friendly to one another. Don't start too much BS. And I'll be right back. I'm back.
Oh,
Let's continue.
that was a 1 in 10. You shouldn't be able to hear me. Oh, this is why this game was so early in the order. FNAF 3 and
no,
FNAF
I have
6
not.
were definitely the titans of the early days of this challenge. Think of these games as the
I get it. The start requires to ignore absolutely every noise, to never ever turn off the terminal, and not use motion detect nor the silent vamp. If you know the game, both of those are a waste of time.
RNG gauntlets that you have to fight
You'll have
through
to
in order
be
to get to the more skill-based games later
freaking
on.
lucky.
And how
Beyond
RNG-based
lucky.
these games were was really showing on day one.
Hi.
Bruh!
Dog, what?
Bruh!
What? What? What is the play? What is the play? Oh my god! I had 4 dots, motherfucker! Whoa. What could I have done? Attempt after attempt would just end with Springtrap not listening to me, and if a run somehow made it past him, something in FNAF 6 could just go wrong. Within the first few hours of attempts, I was already starting to get really annoyed with this challenge. Throughout all of day 1, I really struggled to get past 3 and 6. So I thought to change up the order. Maybe instead of doing 3, 6, 5 for the first 3, I could do 3, 5, 6. I ended up getting an aggressive nightmare win, then moved on to Sister Locations 1020. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time on Sister Locations 1020 like I did with FNAF 3 and 6, because there isn't really any different strategies or playstyles for 1020. You just have to be good at the game. But I will give a few hints that make the night a bit easier. First, Ballora can be extremely annoying, and it can seem like she's camping your door sometimes. But Ballora only runs her check to leave the office on 5-second intervals. So you can wait when she's right outside your door until the next 5-second interval, briefly close the door, then open it right away and she'll be gone. Also, make sure that you're checking Funtime Foxy within 5 seconds. This leaves no room for him to have any movement opportunities. While Sister Location is hard to get used to coming off of the much slower paced FNAF 3 and 6, I was able to clutch out a 1020 win first try. Despite this mode being regarded as the hardest of these 6, it's also the most consistent and skill based. A perfect player can always win Sister Locations 1020 no matter what, and I was actually able to pull it off. In this run, I had already taken out the most luck based mode and the most precise. The stakes were high. If I could get past FNAF 6, there wouldn't be much to stop me. But with stakes comes nerves. Stakes make me nervous, but they also make everyone in this pizzeria super angry because my god, I was getting pressed this night. By the time I was on my last task, I had spent 9 whole minutes in here. All I had to do was clutch out the last task and I was on to the much easier half of the run.
And then you died to some BS, right? Bruh! I would have rage quit.
No! Literally the last turn to log off of the computer. This destroyed my morale for day 1. I really only had 1 run left in me after this.
But if they're not it's all about skill. It's only about luck. If it's your first time playing, I would like to teach this YouTuber too. And the strat makes the night last less than 7 minutes. Man, you know what? Hold up. Hey. I love listening to OSTs. I never used the timer in any FNAF game. Finally.
Somehow, I had made it past 3, 6, and 5. From here on out, I was in my comfort zone. I was literally born playing FNAF 2, and 4 and 1 are completely free. I booted up FNAF 2 and started running 1020 using the classic Shooter 25 strat. 26 seconds, no blackout. Okay, that's fine, whatever. Check the left vent, Balloon Boy is there. Okay, you know what? That's fine. I'm calm. Check the right vent, Toy Bonnie is there. Man, y'all really want me dead, but I'm cool, I'm chill. This is my game. I don't get nervous playing FNAF 2. Wait until the next 2-second interval, flash Foxy, pull up the cams, and whine for 7 ticks. As written, simple. Done this a million times. What? What the f? What? No.
What happened?
This is my best game. Dude, no. No. Oh my god, no.
No. What did he do wrong? Did he do something wrong in the beginning or something? Nah.
That was a 2. That was a 2 and I was holding. What the fuck?
What did he do wrong?
Oh my god, I was past the big 3. Dude. As you can see, I am mildly surprised. You know why? Because that death is quite literally mathematically impossible. If you think you have the worst luck in video games, I beg to differ. Let me explain the stupidest death in FNAF 2.
Oh my god, I don't care about this! Wait, hold up. Yo, hold up, wait a minute.
History.
Nah, lie.
Before we explain why I died, let's first talk about why I was so surprised. Foxy's kill timer is defined by this equation. This D variable is the time that Foxy has been sitting in the hallway without being flashed, counting up by 1 every second. Once this equation becomes true, which can only happen on 5-second intervals, Foxy will be marked as got you, and the next time you flash the hallway,
I do know that one. I do know about that one.
Anytime that you flash Foxy when he's in the hallway and the got you flag is not active, D is reset to 0. The D variable is also paused during blackouts.
Okay, yeah, cause otherwise that would be complete and utterly stupid.
Now, something else to note is how the flashlight works. The flashlight can only be turned on and off on 1-second intervals. So if you flash the flashlight at 36.01 seconds for only 1 frame, the game will still see the flashlight is on until 37 seconds, even though it might not be visually displayed that way. For this reason, Foxy's D variable is always reset on the next second interval. So if you flash at 36.01 seconds, D will reset at 37, because that's when the flashlight turns off. So let's watch the footage back and plug in our time into the equation. Our flashlight is on when the timer is above 42 seconds. So Foxy's equation should count up as a 0 on 43, a 1 on 44, a 2 on 45, then the camera is dropped before 46. Remember that D is paused during blackouts, so D should stay at 2 until I flash Foxy. Because the lowest number that Foxy can generate is a 21 and it's compared to 17, in the worst case scenario, a D value of 4 would result in death. But with D at 2, it should be impossible for me to die to Foxy even with the worst possible RNG. So how and why did this happen? This is where it gets really dumb. The reason that Foxy's interval resets on the next second is because of a really strange quirk in the game's code. You see, whenever a blackout occurs, Foxy's kill interval is offset by 1 frame. For example, let's say we flash Foxy at 22 seconds into the night, meaning a blackout has not occurred yet. The game will add D by 1 at 23 seconds exactly. Now, imagine I got a blackout at 26 seconds, and we flash Foxy again at 32 seconds. But instead of D being added by 1 at 33 seconds flat, it's added at 32.984 seconds. 33 seconds minus 1 frame, because it's offset by 1 frame. But remember, the flashlight doesn't turn off until the next second interval, so the flashlight actually turns off at 33 seconds, 1 frame later than when D was added to Foxy's equation. Because this equation will always round up to the next second, we get an extra second to work with. Basically, Foxy gets nerfed by 1 second after the first blackout. Okay, well, I got a blackout. Right here, Toy Bonnie attacks me. You know what's funny? Toy Bonnie's blackout is the only blackout that doesn't do this. But even then, I should be okay. In this case, D would just be 3 instead of 2, which means I'm still safe in all cases. However, rewind back to the very start of the run. You see that? I started my timer 15 frames later than when the night started. Now fast forward to when I dropped my cameras into the blackout. 45.
So actually, it was all you, not the game.
5.89, 11 frames away from 46 seconds. Adding those 15 frames to 45.89 gets us a true timer value of 46.14, over the 46-second interval. And wouldn't you know it, Foxy happened to roll a 0 in his random number, a 1 in 5 chance on top of all of that, and I died. I honestly can't even with this dude. After I learned why this happened, I was done for day one. My motivation was killed. There is no way I could play any more of these games for the rest of this day. But I was hopeful. I had already made it to FNAF 2 within the first day of the challenge, and considering that FNAF 2 was over halfway into the FNAF lock, this challenge shouldn't be too bad, right?
Nah, it will be. Kirby.
Day 2 was when the RNG gauntlet was really showing how difficult it could be. Let's separate the 6 games that we have currently. I'm going to call these the Big 4. FNAF 3 and FNAF 6 both have RNG involved that can make these much harder. Sister Location is skill-wise the hardest max mode here, and FNAF 2 1020 is pretty consistent when mastered, but for an unlucky...
Kirby, why are you over here squeaking that toy when I'm over here? You know I'm streaming. You want to squeak it? Squeak it in there. Oh, I missed.
Lucky player, it can always have some stupid RNG.
He's way too focused on making... He's way too focused on making everything with timer and just flicker the light 3 times quickly to have more chances. I mean, I feel like the timer will help out a lot.
That can make the night harder. However, I
don't know how these FNAF players do it,
for the first time, I managed to actually get some runs in FNAF 2. So I'll explain the FNAF 2 strategy here. If you aren't aware of the basic Shooter 25 strategy, here's what it is. Essentially, this timer will determine when we should wind the box and put the mask on to trigger blackouts. Earlier I explained how Foxy works, but this strategy is built to perfectly counteract him. On every digit ending in 2, starting at 22 seconds, pull up the cameras and wind for 7 ticks or 3.5 seconds. Then at every digit ending in 6, drop the cameras and put the Freddy mask on immediately. From here, there are different cases that you'll have to deal with. Luckily, there's a way to flowchart all of them. We have case 1, which is when there's a blackout and Toy Bonnie is not present afterwards. Case 2, when we have a blackout and Toy Bonnie is present afterwards. Case 3, when there's no blackout but Toy Bonnie is present. Case 4, when there's no blackout and Toy Bonnie is not present but a different vent animatronic is. And case 5, when there is no blackout and nobody is present. Case 1 is the easiest case to deal with. If you drop the camera and Withered Bonnie, Chica, Freddy, or Toy Freddy is there to give you a blackout, great, that's what we want. Let them do their blackout, but once it's done, hold the mask on for an extra 0.5 seconds. You see, all the left vent animatronics and Mangle are guaranteed to leave after a full 5 seconds with the mask on, and blackouts last exactly 5 seconds. But the animation of pulling the cameras down and putting the mask on doesn't count towards those 5 seconds, so waiting the extra 0.5 seconds will prevent these animatronics from ever attacking you. Because this is case 1, Toy Bonnie isn't in the right vent, so simply flash at 2 seconds, pull up the cameras, and wind as normal. I should also mention here that instead of flashing the flashlight by tapping control, hold the flashlight on as you pull up the cameras. That way, you'll have the flashlight on for as long as possible if you happen to be desynced with Foxy. Case 2 is the exact same as case 1, except Toy Bonnie is in the right vent after you deal with the blackout animatronic. Wait until around 4.5 seconds on the timer, flash the hall, and pray that Toy Bonnie leaves the vent as early as possible. He has a 1/2 chance to leave the vent on every 0.5 second interval. But remember that I am the unluckiest FNAF player in the entire world.
You did what? What? Okay, 1. Dude.
No! No! God!
Yeah, I would have raged quit. I would have raged quit.
Something else to remember about Toy Bonnie is that you don't need to wait the extra 0.5 seconds during his blackout, as he can only leave the vent after the mask is fully on, meaning you can leave your cursor at the bottom of the screen to take the mask off as early as possible. Case 3 is when you drop your cameras and there's no blackout, but Toy Bonnie is in the right vent. If there is no blackout at all, the first thing you should do is check the right vent. We actually want Toy Bonnie to be here, as his blackout.
All you have to do is know the timing yourself. Memorize how long the right time. How long is the right time?
Can replace the normal office animatronic blackout in the cycle. Once you see him, throw your mask on immediately and the time should roughly line up with the normal office cycle. If you pull up the cameras a bit late, or Toy Bonnie takes a bit to get out of the vent, just wind for a bit less to compensate. Case 4 is when there's no blackout, Toy Bonnie isn't there, and there's someone in the left vent. This case is extremely precise to deal with. The moment you see an animatronic in the left vent, flash the hall and throw on the mask. You want to keep the mask on for a full 5 seconds. But there's one issue. If you happen to have the mask on at the next 3.33 second interval, and Toy Bonnie was in the back vent, he can move in and start his blackout. If he does this, you are guaranteed to die to Foxy. So you always want to make sure that you pull the mask up before the next 3.33 second interval. Now, you might wonder why I just said a 3.33 second interval instead of a 5 second interval. For some reason, Toy Bonnie moves into the vent blind spot on a 200 frame counter instead of a 5 second interval. So you have to make sure that you don't trigger a Toy Bonnie blackout. Then, once the 5 seconds are up, you should be able to continue winding as normal. Case 5 is the most complicated. When you drop your cameras to no blackout and no one is in the vents. The moment you see that no one is in the vents, pull up your cameras and start winding, but make sure you drop them before the next 10-second interval. The withered animatronics in Toy Freddy can only force your cameras down on 10-second intervals, and doing this prevents that from happening and from you going off cycle, while maintaining some music box. Now, check the left vent again. If no one's there, great. Just wait until the next 2-second interval and continue as normal. If Toy Chica is there, first check if Toy Bonnie has moved into the right vent. If Toy Bonnie is there, then you're just dealing with a case 2. If Toy Bonnie isn't there, wind the box starting on 2 seconds up to 4.99 seconds. This should keep you roughly on cycle while maintaining the box. You might be asking yourself why you don't die in this situation, and that's because of the way the vent animatronics are coded. You see, out of the 3 vent animatronics, the only one that directly jump scares you and ends your game right out of the vent is Toy Chica. Because of this, Toy Chica has a kill timer that starts once she enters the vent blind spot. Toy Chica can only jump scare you if she's been waiting in the vent for 6 seconds and then you pull up the cameras. And because we watched her enter the vent blind spot on the last 5-second interval, we can wind until 4.99 risk-free. But what about Balloon Boy and Mangle? Wouldn't they be able to enter on the same interval as Toy Chica? Actually, no. You see, Mangle and Balloon Boy don't have a kill timer. They just enter the moment they're in the vent blind spot and the cameras are up. This would seem really unfair, as they could just enter while you're winding the box. So, to circumvent this, Scott programmed Mangle and Balloon Boy to only be able to move into the vent blind spot when the cameras are up, meaning we only have to watch for Toy Chica in this situation. If you're able to master these 5 cases, FNAF 2's 1020 becomes extremely consistent. The only thing that can still cause you to fail is insanely bad RNG from Toy Bonnie, which, because I am the unluckiest FNAF player in the world, of course happened not once, but twice today. I had been doing attempts all day, and some of them were actually getting pretty deep, but for some reason, I just kept failing on FNAF 2.
But yeah, at least it goes to show how hard the FNAF games can be. Most non-fan underestimate that I can agree with you with. These FNAF games are so difficult. Like, I know my cousin, he's scared to play these games. And one of my other friends think that, the FNAF games are easy. He never played it. So how can he say that the game is easy if he never even touched the FNAF games? I'm out here beating Maximos left and right.
Move it. Move it. Move it, motherfucker. Move it.
Nope. How? What? No. No, hold up. I'm about to slow that down. Wait a minute. I'm pumping that down to like a good 80.
Move it. Move it, motherfucker. Move it.
Okay, I'm gonna slow it down a bit more. What? He was winding it up before the music started. Chat, I know y'all. Welcome to the stream. If you keep your cursor where the mask is at, it automatically takes it off the mask. That will be very helpful. And again, what the freak was that? He was winding up the music box before the music even started playing. What kind of RNG bullcrap is that? That don't make sense. Not at all.
Again! Again with you! Swear to God, what is my
wallpaper?
What is that? 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Move it. 7, 8. Move it. 9. My fucking God. My fucking God. My fucking God. My fucking God.
So it was.
My fucking God, that's 1 in 512! Though I
0.19%?
playing FNAF 3, 5, and 6 over
You
and
are
over
indeed
again,
the unluckiest
I was starting
FNAF
to
player.
get better at those 3 games. So I thought about changing the
Just thought
order
about-
around for
okay.
day 3.
Just thought about this, not because of what you said about your friend. Also, yeah, it takes a while for the puppet to stop when you rewind. When the puppet is puppet coming out. As I said, the YouTuber brought this bad luck. Nah, I feel like even without the, I feel like without the timer, it would be tough.
I was almost never losing in Sister Location, and rarely losing in FNAF 6. I was playing FNAF 3 as perfect as I possibly could be,
And how did
but
he
the
even see
RNG
the
was still
timer?
unavoidable, so that had to stay as the first game. But instead of playing Sister Location in 6 right after 3, I'd instead play 2 right after 3. With the new order of 3, 2, 5, 6, 4, 1, I knew that if I could just get past the big 4, this challenge would finally be over. With my new order, I got off for the day and would pick it back up on day 3. Day 3 started off.
And in case y'all weren't here when I said this, I'm going to attempt the FNAF block. I didn't say anything about me trying to beat it.
Showing once again why I am the unluckiest FNAF player to ever touch these games.
Thank you very much.
And it was really starting to wear me down. Literally, take a look at what was happening in FNAF 3. I was reaching my breaking point, and I honestly didn't know if I could continue this challenge any further. The big 4 was genuinely starting to look impossible. Now, throughout this video, I've always talked about the big 4 or getting through the big 4, but I haven't explained why FNAF 4 and 1 are so free. Everyone knows that FNAF 1's 420 is stupid easy. You just set your camera on camera 4B and do the light check camera flip loop. But you might be wondering,
Nah, let me tell you something. I tried that and I still died of Foxy. So the bone's fine. If you're watching this, how the freak did I die of Foxy?
why I have FNAF 4 placed this far back. Well, let me introduce you to the FNAF 4 420 strategy.
Went back and immediately just dashed across. That's what I'm saying. Like what? Like that didn't even make
The first thing
sense.
to understand for this strategy is AI caps. In other FNAF games, most notably FNAF 2, the animatronics AI values aren't truly 20 AI. Most are capped at 15 with some special case exceptions. This means that even on 1020, there's still some RNG involved. However, in FNAF 4, the only AI cap is Freddy, who is capped at 6 AI. Freddy doesn't move throughout the entire night, so his AI just makes his timer count down a bit faster. So, for Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, we know for a fact that on every single movement opportunity, they are always going to move. Movement intervals in FNAF 4 are always exact.
I don't know if the Bones 5 is going to say this, but like, it happens to me. It happened to me when I was playing on my Switch. Nightmare Freddy, I think Nightmare Freddy moves faster when you're sitting still or when you're just like not going to either of the doors. I don't know if that's true or not, but it definitely looks like it to me.
5 seconds. so we can accurately predict exactly where Bonnie and Chica will be at any point during the night. You see, on every 5-second interval, Bonnie and Chica will always move forward, no matter what. But on every 10-second interval, they can either move forward or backward, with an equal chance for each. So now, let's look at both Bonnie and Chica's paths separately. Bonnie will start in the center living room, then move to the left hall corner, then the left hall, then the left door. Now, remember earlier when I said that Bonnie and Chica randomly move forwards or backwards? Well, that only applies on 2 of these squares. Bonnie can't move backwards when he's in the center living room because he's already as far back as possible. And he can't move forwards when he's at the door because he's already as close as possible. And it's these 2 situations which make this entire strategy possible. We know for a fact that if Bonnie is at a door starting at 5 seconds, he will be gone by 10 seconds, and we can go up to that door and clear him from the hallway. This means that as long as you never trigger any failed movements in the center living room by shutting the door or flashing the hallway on a 5-second interval, Bonnie will never be at the door on an interval from 0 seconds to 5 seconds. This movement pathing is the exact same for Chica, with the difference of the kitchen. You might think that having an extra room would offset Chica and make this strategy not work, but she's functionally the exact same as Bonnie in this instance. Once she moves from the center living room, she can never return to that square until she's cleared from the flashlight. So Bonnie moving back into the center living room is functionally the same as Chica moving into the kitchen, meaning this strategy works the exact same for her. So if we start a timer, then flash the bed until 8 seconds, and make sure that we reach the left door after the 10-second interval, we know for a fact that Bonnie will not be at the left door and we can flash risk-free. Then we simply go back to the bed, flash the bed into the next 8-second interval, then go to the right door and repeat for the entire night. Though it isn't that simple. Sure, Bonnie and Chica might be totally free, but we still have to deal with Foxy. Foxy will start in the center living room like Bonnie and Chica, then start running to each hall corner on 5-second intervals, making this sound. On every movement he makes, he has a 90% chance to go to the opposite corner and a 10% chance to enter the hallway. When he enters the hallway, he'll play a louder running sound. If you end up going to the opposite door of where he's at when he's in the hallway, he will enter your closet. We don't want Foxy getting in the closet ever, as it would mess up our existing strategy for the night. So we want to make sure that we always clear him from the hallway. If at any point you hear Foxy enter a hallway, disregard the current loop you're in and go back to that hallway to clear him. Even if that means going to the same door twice. You can only get jump scared by Bonnie and Chica if you've gone to the same door 3 times in a row, then faced the bed. So you don't need to sacrifice your loop for Foxy. We've already determined that Bonnie and Chica will only be at the doors for 5 seconds at a time, and they'll only enter the room to jump scare you.
In 420, both Nightmare Bonnie and Nightmare Chica has a 50-50 chance to either go through the door or to the room to the left.
On 420 mode after they've been waiting at the doors for a cumulative 12 seconds. Meaning that in order to do this, they'd have to go back to the door 3 separate times.
That's 15.
With this strategy, the first 4 hours of 420 mode are made pretty simple. But what about Nightmare?
Yeah, what about this second one?
Extremely unforgiving with his strict timers and laugh RNG. But what if I told you that a brand new strategy has been discovered that reduces most of Nightmare's RNG? Shout out to Braden for bringing this one up in the Discord server.
Braden!
To understand this strategy, we first need a basic understanding of Nightmare. Nightmare will start in the center living room, then begin running between the corners of the hall, making sound cues to indicate where he is. He has a 50% chance to silently enter the hallway or move to the opposite corner of the hallway. Since Nightmare's AI is 20 on this night, he'll always succeed on every single movement that he makes. The moment that you stop hearing sound cues, immediately run to whatever side he's on and shut the door. Don't even bother flashing the flashlight to make sure he's there, as this will just waste time on his already strict kill timer. Nightmare's gameplay in the halls is pretty strict, but it is always winnable with enough skill. However, Nightmare's laughs are where the RNG factor comes in. You see, when Nightmare laughs, it indicates that he's teleported to the bed of the closet. And you need to either flash him on the bed or close the closet doors to get rid of him. However, these laughs can sometimes be fake, and Nightmare will actually just stay in the hallways. If you guess wrong on one of these laughs, you're likely to die. Now, here's how you can accurately guess if a laugh is fake or not. Whenever you're running from door to door tracking Nightmare, stare at the timer. Keep all of your focus on it. The moment Nightmare laughs, you need to know exactly where the timer was when it happened. Fake laughs have a 10% chance to happen on 10-second intervals. So, if a laugh happens anytime that isn't a 10-second interval, the laugh is real and you should check the bed in the closet. Now, if the laugh is
Okay,
real,
so 1 through 9 is real, but once it gets to the 10 mark, it's fake. Got it.
have to account
Bro,
for two different
my eyes
situations,
was
as
glued on
Nightmare
that
has an
timer.
equal chance to go to the bed or the closet on a real laugh. If he goes to the closet, nothing changes and the intervals are the exact same. But if Nightmare goes to the bed, the timer for fake laughs is now paused, meaning that fake laugh intervals will now be offset. For example, if Nightmare does a real laugh at 4:32 and you clear him from the bed at 4:37, he was on the bed for 5 seconds, meaning that the fake laugh intervals are now on 5-second intervals instead of 10-second intervals. Now, just repeat the same strategy from earlier with new fake laugh intervals. Now, Nightmare can still do a real laugh on the interval for a fake laugh, and in this situation, we can't really do much but guess how we normally would. But the chance of this happening is super low, so this strategy definitely increases the consistency of the Nightmare portion of this night. Overall, this FNAF 4 strat is really consistent unless you get really, and I mean really bad RNG. Now, back to how the run.
Still staying up late gaming
Oh
solo?
my
With Hako
God.
AI, get the ultimate
I don't
companion
need
for
no
your playtime.
Honko AI. I
We're
got my
going.
friends.
I was starting to really rage out.
The unluckiest player in video gaming history. The unluckiest player in video gaming history. The unluckiest player in video gaming history. That is the Bones 5 YouTube channel on YouTube!
Now let me tell you something, the Bones 5. If I even do this, I will be the new unluckiest player. Hands down.
But after a few hours of attempts, things started picking up. FNAF 3 started with a couple close calls in the vents, but I was able to get a win with Springtrap in a comfortable Camp 5. FNAF 2 was a bit tricky, but through my knowledge of exactly what to do in every single case, it went down. In Sister Location, things got scary. Ballora was camping my door, and because I had lost runs to her previously, I was playing really safe here, resulting in a super close power out win. FNAF 6 started out a bit scary with the advertising tasks. With it being the last of the big four, I was trying to play super careful here. Luckily, I managed to get a big grouping of animatronics on one side, so I took advantage and dropped an audio lure to keep them there while spamming the shorter tasks.
Okay, that was it. Get out! Breathe, my brother.
New PB.
New PB, let's go.
You played right into our hands.
Shh.
Okay, sorry, my bad. So, okay. This location.
It was done. After about 15 hours over the course of 3 days, the Big Four had finally been completed. I couldn't believe it. The rest of this run was a complete cakewalk.
Now you know this dude is a FNAF player because you see, you see all of these. No shame whatsoever.
All I had to do was deal with Nightmare,
I
and
honestly
this horrible
respect you.
challenge would finally be over. It's okay. Shh,
Got
it's
this,
okay,
bro.
it's
Just
okay,
breathe.
it's okay.
Got this, bro. Not 8. Okay. Don't be quiet. He's in the hall. He went to the left. Okay, he's there. Okay, that's 2. Okay, you can't do it again. Naruto.
My sacred paper emissary jutsu has come undone. I didn't anticipate needing this much chakra. But at least Madara.
Hammer Foxy.
Is dead?
What? There's no way. Number Chick is on the right door. Now Number Foxy's in. Now you have to check on him. And that ruins the entire
How are
strategy.
you not dead? I ran the simulations over and over. I was sure this would work. You should be dead.
The Izanagi, an Uchiha forbidden jutsu, where the user sacrifices sight in that eye to tie illusion and reality together.
RNG happen.
Only those who possess the powers of both the Uchiha and the Senju can perform it.
And RNG. It's always Nightmare Foxy. It's always Nightmare Foxy. Well, no, it's always Foxy in general. Got a good run. Okay. He closed it for like every volume warning.
No! Why? Why, Foxy? Why?
Bruh, he has one more game to go after this. He was
at the 1 in 100.
Oh yeah, you know he's upset because the mic ain't even picking up. Dang.
Now, let me pause here for a second. You may be wondering why this 19-year-old grown man is freaking out over the silly bear game. After this death, I took a step back and I took a long break. I'm gonna be real with you guys, when I make these videos, I literally put everything I have into them. This channel, this community, this was my dream for so many years. I don't work with anyone outside of a few artists or some of my homies for some short edits. Everything I do and edit in these videos, I do by myself.
The fact that we have an official FNAF anime and with Foxy as the villain. Bruh, I feel like he honestly took inspiration of that one intermission from Ultimate Custom Night.
Not upset over dying.
But that's just what I
game.
think.
I'm upset because this is just more and more time that I have to spend before I can actually start working on the video. When I was talking to one of my artist friends, we came up with a good analogy for this. Imagine being a comic book artist with a deadline that you have to fulfill. Making this comic is your dream, but you can only work on that comic if you jump through a shitload of RNG gates and play absolutely perfect on top of that. It's really hard to put a video together without an endpoint, and if I'm being real, I choose challenges that are actually pretty easy, all things considered. FNAF 4 without doors only took me 2 hours. The multi-FNAF video only took me a day.
Bro will probably react less when his mother dies than when he gets killed. I don't know about that one.
These challenges may have been difficult for a bit, but they weren't hindering my time, really only taking 1 day to complete at most, giving me the rest of the week to plan, write, and edit that video. But here, I had already put 15 hours into this challenge to get past the big 4.
Oh yeah, if I even try to do this, I'm gonna have to make a script about what I need to say.
Scraping through sister location
Instead of
FNAF
just saying
6,
on
I
top of my
died
head.
to Nightmare Foxy, who managed to hit a 1 in 100 chance by moving into the same hallway twice. What's worse, I could have lived. You can survive 420 with Foxy in the closet, or I could have prevented him from getting in the first place by not just turning to the bed. But I wasn't ready. I hadn't prepared for something this rare, and because I didn't expect it, I panicked.
Yep,
I
you
was
did
so
indeed
deep
panic.
in the
I did
run.
see
To
that.
lose now is to lose 15 hours of progress. 15 hours of grinding to get this far.
Hello everybody. Now here I'm going to explain the cycles of a challenge run. I wanted to do this in a better location. I didn't want to just like sit in the dungeon, if you will, where I'd been at for the past 3 days doing the FNAF lock. So I've rode my motorcycle up to the Tree of Life. Beautiful ass location, all right? So we're gonna explain this here.
This place is beautiful.
So you can take a break from all the camera flips, the AI, the static, just enjoy the view. Channel your inner Taoist, you know? Just chill out. So if you're like a speedrunner, you play max modes, Geometry Dash is another good example. Just something that you do where you grind for one attempt where you win, right? You're not grinding for progress, you're grinding for a win, okay? This will apply to you. So this is a cycle that has 3 stages, right? Stage 1 is when you're content. So in stage 1, you're okay with pretty much anything that happens. You get a 10-second Toy Bonnie in the vent, who gives a shit? It doesn't matter. You get a weird-ass Foxy offset and he kills you, who cares? Some other bullshit happens, you don't care. You don't care about anything, really. You can laugh it off and you can just keep going with your day. It doesn't really emotionally, mentally affect you yet, right?
Dog, what?
I mean, hey, this might be his job.
What is the
doing
play?
YouTube.
What is the play? Oh my god. I had 4 dots when they're. Whoa. What could I have done?
And then you get to stage 2. Now, stage 2 is what I like to call tweaking. Stage 2 is when you just start raging out all the time.
Dude. I can't do this.
I will film this exact same way when I was
And
doing
once
Ultimate
you reach
Buddies
this
night.
stage, you're angry at pretty much everything. Like, the smallest thing will make you mad. Toy Bonnie stays in the vent for more than 2 seconds, you're crashing out. You're yelling, you're screaming, and this is the worst stage to be in. When you're in stage 2, all you want to do is finish the challenge. Just get it over with, get it done, you know? So when you get caught with some horrible RNG really deep into a run, that's when the Nightmare Foxy incident happens, right? And that's kind of what causes that. And once you crash out so bad, you've pretty much emotionally barred yourself off from everything. And this is when you reach stage 3. Stage 3 is when you spend so much time in this challenge and you've raged so hard that you don't feel anything anymore. Like at this point, you don't care about anything. You could win, no reaction. You could lose on 5 AM on FNAF 1, no reaction. Nothing changes, right?
Hi.
Bruh. What? That didn't make sense.
And at this point, you're just pretty much emotionally mute. You can't react to anything. And the only way to get out of this stage is to either, I don't know, just do something you enjoy, take a break, or in my case, streaming fixed it. But like being in stages 2 and 3 is completely miserable, especially stage 2. So you want to do everything you can to get back to stage 1. Point being, take breaks. Don't do what I do, or what I did for the first half of this challenge, where I just kind of sat there for 3 days straight. Take breaks and make sure that you're all right, because it sucks when you crash out that bad and you're just emotionally mute for a while. So take breaks and enjoy the view, dude. It's a nice day outside. Don't be in the dungeon. Be out here chilling.
I can't
Look at
because
these clouds, dude.
it was like raining.
Tree life is beautiful. I gotta play FNAF 3. Damn it.
Personal best.
This is the fake ad you see everywhere, right? But this is Ebony, a real game.
Oh
now, I know
my.
what you're thinking. Aren't they exactly the same? No.
Sucker, I do not care. Give me back to the Bones 5.
Day 4 was the point where I was just beaten into the ground over and over and over again. This was the stage 3 day. Honestly, I really did not know what to do at this point. I woke up and immediately started grinding runs, but I was finding it hard to even get past Aggressive Nightmare. Literally, these were the file names for the recordings in the morning. Just so many stupid moments with Springtrap that it was honestly so disheartening. Normally, I'd have like a 30% win rate with Springtrap before today, but that was starting to look more like 10, even 5%. And I honestly just couldn't do it anymore. I legitimately thought that this would be one of the challenges that I really just couldn't do.
What? And it was at 1 AM.
But then I finally got an idea. You see, I had tried to curb the boredom of FNAF 3 all day. But when you're grinding FNAF games, you can't really listen to music or YouTube videos in the background because sound cues matter. So I decided to stream my attempts. And I cannot express enough how much of a difference this made. Having a chat of, hold up, 900 concurrent viewers, give it up for the stream, dude, that were all supporting this challenge finally gave me a different look on things.
Go,
I had been
stream.
stressing over and over and over again that I wasn't going to finish this challenge in time, and I'd never get a run to FNAF 4 again. But when I was just interacting with the community,
gameplay?
it
Shut
didn't
up.
feel that way. And I couldn't believe it, but I was
You're just trying to
honestly
raise
having
bait.
fun. I had even made it to the 4th game.
Oh,
in the
yeah,
run,
it's
which in
gonna
this
be
case
like-
was Sister Location,
like-
and I lost a bonnet, but I didn't really feel bad about it whatsoever. It was honestly crazy seeing how much the Nightmare
It's gonna
Foxy death
be,
had hurt.
like,
But
because you're
now
constantly
I
gonna be
was
looking
able
at
to
the same-
finally take a step back and realize that people genuinely don't care when the video comes out, so long as it's a good video. Not only that, but thanks to Braden and Shooter in the chat, I was able to find some strategy optimizations for 2 and 3.
Shout out to
I
Shooter
figured
and
out that I was
Braden.
only winding slightly too late on FNAF 2, which caused more Toy Bonnie deaths because of only winding 6 ticks. This was also when I discovered the maintenance panel strategy that I mentioned earlier in the FNAF 3 portion of this guide. I may not have won the challenge on day 4, but I finally didn't feel horrible waking up again to play more FNAF 3. I had come full circle and was back at stage 1 of the cycle again. It was easy to laugh off deaths or stupid mistakes, and I felt that I was finally mentally ready to finish this challenge.
Personal best.
Even though I had a good mentality going into day 5, the
It's
big
getting to
4
a
were
week.
still just as unforgiving. But that stream had really helped out, as I wasn't getting angry with anything. Come on, don't end it here. This has been the craziest game ever.
It's gonna end it. Yeah.
No, dude. Why? That should have been a win. That game was so cool. That should have been a win. Of course, being the unluckiest FNAF player in the world, I had my moments, but it wasn't as bad as some of the earlier days. It was also at this point that I started to change the order of the games around a bit. I added FNAF 4 to the Big 4, starting the Big 5. And at this point, aside from FNAF 3's RNG, I was equally likely to fail on every other game just as much. So I just started randomizing the order after FNAF 3. That way I could remain equally practiced on every single game throughout the runs. And this seemed to be paying off. In day 5, I had more runs to games 4 and 5 than I ever had before, but I just couldn't seem to clutch out that win. If I ended up playing FNAF 6 as my game 5, I'd miss a sound cue or get some super crazy RNG that I wasn't ready to deal with. If I ended up playing Sister Location as my game 5, the nerves would boil over and I would die to a stupid mistake. But there was one game that I was super consistent in and never got nervous playing, and that was FNAF 2. I ended up starting a game with FNAF 4 as actually first in the order. I know, it's kind of weird, right? Then 3, then 5, then 6. All I had to do was clutch out my best game and I'd be home free in FNAF 1.
You got this. I'm not even gonna lie to the guy that said L gameplay. I was gonna say something about going to Freddy. To the guy that said L gameplay, I mean, what did you expect for a FNAF game? You're looking in like the same side over and over and over again.
Stage 3 is when you spend so much time in this challenge.
Oh, he's in
rage
stage
so
3.
hard that you don't feel anything anymore.
This is why you just don't flash the hallway until you hear the meme noise.
Hey, yeah.
It just seemed like I couldn't break that game 5 barrier. I had been doing attempts all day, and unfortunately I had to call it quits for day 5. But my mentality was good, and my whole community was still cheering me on. I may not have won on day 5, but with a major improvement in consistency, I think I was finally ready going into day
Oh my. Sucker.
6. The moment I woke up on day 6, I was ready to play. I really hadn't felt
He was
motivation
locked
like this
in.
since the first day of the challenge. On the very first run of the day, I had to run all the way to game 5, which in this case was FNAF 6, taking a death to getting sandwiched by Molten Freddy and a different animatronic. Since FNAF 6 was giving me problems, I changed the order around to 6, 3, 5, 4, 2, 1. With 5 total game 5 losses and 6 days of grinding under my belt, I took one final death to Scrap Trap. Everyone, on May 31st at 12:42 p.m., I made history.
Go. Yeah, everybody's on the left side. Alright, the first game is done. Alright, that's fine. Drive, you don't even look at the cameras. What? Where'd he go? Since the sixth game is like all luck, if you make a mistake, it's on you. Go. Get back, Nightmare Foxy. Okay, 10. Got me, yep. I feel like you would have left the door closed a bit longer if he wasn't. Oh! Wizard Foxy was going to kill him. Time for the most bullcrap game. I'm just saying that because I still don't understand how I died to Foxy. Camera. Oh. That's it. That has to be it. You didn't even need to close that door, I believe. There we go. There we go.
It's done! It's over!
So much bad RNG, my dude.
Yeah. It's over. It's over.
No, clap it up, chat. Clap it up. Six days? I think it was 6 days. Cause he beat on this. Because it said like day 6, so it has to be 6 days. Breathe.
It has been 6 days.
Almost a
Yes.
full week.
If you'd like to view that full run, uncut and unedited, the proof for this challenge is on the second channel. This was the hardest challenge that I've ever done on this channel. Going into this video, I thought I'd be done this challenge in 15 hours at most, but no, not at all. After adding up the recordings I've made, this challenge took me
20 hours for FNAF 3, 1.3 hours in the sixth game, Pizzeria Simulator, 1.2 hours in the city location, 1.3 hours in FNAF 2, 30 minutes in FNAF 4, and 9 minutes in, yeah, he pretty much just one shot at FNAF 1.
24.8 hours. And I am proud to present this is the first ever challenge that I will give a 10 out of 10 on the difficulty scale. Prior to starting this challenge, I had only ever beaten Aggressive Nightmare and Sister Locations 1020 one time, and I really underestimated how hard and unforgiving these modes can be when they're all placed in a row. I thought that because I had beaten Blood 720 and made some progress on PMAC, that my skill would carry me through these vanilla max modes, but that wasn't really true. I still had so much to learn. To my knowledge, this is a world's first. I don't believe anyone has ever done this before, but if someone has, please comment below. I'd love to see it. With that said, before we end the video, I have a big announcement regarding UCN. If you're an artist and would like to sign up for the UCN animation project, please join my Discord as the storyboard is now complete and signups will be going out soon. With that said, thank you for watching this monster of a video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. The next video will either be the long anticipated UCN guide as mentioned before, or part 2 of the technical FNAF iceberg. So look forward to that. Regardless, have a great rest of your day or night. Peace.
Peace. He did it, y'all. And he lost the gun. He for real did it. Nah, I'm gonna wait till this is done. Pupper! Pupper! Nah, hold up. All right. How long have I been streaming? Dang! It's literally only been two hours. That is a great way to end off this stream. Watching the Bones 5. Yes, this is gonna only this part of the video will be turned only this part of the stream will be turned to a video. But oh my gosh. And I still can't believe I made that poll asking if y'all want to see me attempt to do the FNAF lock. And after seeing that, it took them 6 days to do that. It's gonna take me 8 months to even get close to that. I'm gonna need some help. I'm gonna need a coach. Yo, any of y'all max mode players. Even the Bones 5, if you are watching this video, if you're willing to coach me, guide me through it, and you know, just help me build up my skill to do each of these FNAF games, my Discord is gonna be in the description. I'm definitely gonna be joining his Discord server after this stream. But oh my gosh, yes, I'm going to keep my word and actually give the FNAF lock a try. I'm not going to try to beat it, but I am going to give it a try. However, if I actually feel like I can do it, then I'm actually going to put my time and effort to beating the FNAF lock. But, oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. The Bones 5, I don't know how you be making these videos, but shout out to you, man. You be doing the craziest FNAF challenges that I would never even think of doing. That I would never even want to do at that point. Like I know like one of my friends, Corey, he wants me to do like a 6-hour mode. Like dude. You're the GOAT in these FNAF, dude. In these FNAF streams, man. That's insane, dude. That's insane.